Hello once again, and basically what I'm going to be talking about today is when I do my game reviews, I tend to use more the keyboard than a joystick. The reason why, even back in the day when I had my Amstrad CPC 464 originally, I tended to use the keyboard more than I did use a joystick. Because I don't know, I just preferred using keyboard for some reason. And when I got to the Commodore 64 and the Amiga, I think more games relied on the joystick, so I did have to use the joystick. But nowadays, when I do my game reviews, I tend to use the keyboard more than the joystick because, as I say, it's just easier to set up. But obviously, some of the joysticks. I've got 3 USB joysticks, or 2 USB joysticks and 1 gamepad. This one is my Speedlink Competition Pro clone sort of joystick, micro switches. The trouble is, it makes a lot of noise, so I don't really use it on reviews. That's one of the reasons I don't want is a lot of noise. Secondly is this one. It's my Thrustmaster joystick, which is good with flight simulators. Very quiet. It used to work. It used to work with the old emulators. For some reason, all of a sudden, it doesn't want to work with Win8. That's the Amstrad emulator. It doesn't work with the Commodore 64 ones. I think it works with the Amiga ones still, but this one works with anything. This one works with all the emulators. And something else I got is this. It's like a generic control pad, like a PlayStation 2 sort of thing. Doesn't work with anything. I think it works with the Amiga one. I'm not too sure about that, but it don't work with WinUAE. Not Win, that's the Amiga emulator. I meant Win8 and any of the Commodore 64 emulators. They're mainly the ones I use. So obviously I use the keyboard for substitute, because the reason why I use the keyboard for substitute, because it's quiet until now. I got myself a new keyboard which I've had a couple of months, and since I started doing the game reviews again, this is what you hear. It's very loud. It's a mechanical keyboard. Not good. I should have stuck with my original keyboard, or my older keyboards, which were good. They did the job. But the reason why I changed it, because I like all my keyboards and that to have lights and illuminate. And obviously the lights started to dimmer on the old one, so I replaced it with this one. Not realising that it's going to be loud for the game reviews. So I fucked myself right up there now, ain't I? So all you're going to hear in my game reviews is click, 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 unless I find an alternative. Obviously going back to an older keyboard is an alternative. Or another alternative is, which I did make a video about this, is using old retro joysticks. Nice and quiet ish. It's very worn, but it still is a good joystick. But the only problem is we can't use them on modern PCs or anything because of the DB9 connector. An old Atari type style from the late 70s or the mid 70s. That's what the standard was. Obviously you can't plug them into a PC. I know they've got COM ports, but it's a totally different thing. So I made a video about, is it possible to put one of these into a USB, and to a lot of response, actually. A lot of response. So I've got to say a thank you to them. Thank you to everyone that did respond, linking me to a seller in Canada selling the actual USB to DB9. So a retro joystick will work. I'm going to have a think about that, because that could be great for gaming reviews. I mean, I've got plenty to choose from. I've got this, got the Cruiser, That's got micro switches, so that one's going to be a bit loud. So I might probably won't use that one, or this one's shit. It's an old Commodore. Right, ain't a, it came free with a Commodore 64. 2 of them did. It's a Cheetah Annihilator. Pretty shit joystick. Yeah, made by Cheetah, but the Cheetah 125 Plus is 100 times better. And also we got this, the Archer. Feels good, but I think the only problem is the trigger button don't work. But I've got the base, I've got the top button. There's no base buttons, but alternatives are there, as well as quite a keyboard. Unfortunately, I don't really notice it when I'm doing the game reviews. It's only after, like, watching back for testing and all that, make sure nothing's gone wrong with the recording. All you hear is clickety click, clickety click, 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 click. If I find it annoying, there's probably other people going to find it annoying. But there you go. Until I find an alternative, probably have to stay with the clicking. Because I spent a lot of money on this keyboard. I don't really want to give it up just yet. So do apologise if you don't like the clicking. But I don't know, I might try something else. Use another keyboard for temporarily. I've got enough keyboards around the house, so not short of a few keyboards here and there. Hopefully it'll be a quieter solution. But there you go. But yes, I want to say a big thank you once again to everyone supplying me links, and to eBay, in Facebook and on YouTube, directing me to the links so I can buy the adapter when I get round to it. Yeah, so that's basically this video is about. It's just joysticks, keyboards, and clicking, non-clicking, you know, that, this, that, and yeah. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.